Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Jose Martinez, and I just want to welcome you all. It's 12:53 here in Springfield, Massachusetts, and I wanted to do this video because I wanted to explain how I went from working two full-time corporate America jobs to now owning my own financial industry, my own company. It wasn't an easy task, but I'm here just to basically lift you guys, motivate, and show you guys that as long as you have a dream in your mind, you can accomplish it. A little bit of history on me. I've been doing real estate for over 5 years, and honestly, I've always worked for corporate America. Always had a job. Obviously, what the great things about having a job is one, you get to learn a lot. Um, you have that comfortableness of being somewhere, getting paid every week or every 2 weeks. You just have something to do to keep you occupied, but also make you money to pay your bills. And that's what most of us Americans really want to do. We just want to be able to live and pay our bills, and that's it, right? But for me, I wanted more in life. I'm a father of two, and honestly, I'm a really dedicated father, and I love to spend time with my kids. That's my pride and joy. There's nothing better than being able to spend time with your kids, being supportive. And the reason why is because obviously me growing up myself, I didn't have that advantage of my parents really being there for me. My mom was a hardworking mother. She always worked two jobs just to do her part in the household. I have my stepfather who raised me since the age of one, who always worked as well, entrepreneur, but also worked for corporate America. But one common problem that was always in my household was the problem of finances. Finances was really a big issue in my home, which really just seeing my parents go through their financial struggles really taught me to be like, hey, I do not want to be like this. I don't want my kids to go through that. And me, I always want to be set, right? So as I got older, things happen, life happens, you get kids, or basically, you want more things from life. For me, I was never the type that really cared about sneakers and clothes or having the best things in the world because I'm a very humble person. I'm all about just living life. I used to live in the sense that I just wanted to be the average person, meaning that I just wanted to work, make my money, and live. I didn't want to be famous. I didn't want to have so much attention from people. I just wanted to always be the one in the back that nobody really notices. But one thing about me is that I was always hungry in the sense that I always wanted more from life. Um, and which led me to basically going from job to job. So at the age of 15, I started working as a newspaper delivery boy. So I used to deliver the newspaper every Sunday. It was great training, waking up super early in the morning, go pick up the newspaper. For those who knows how that system works, you go pick up the newspaper, you put them in the bags, you put in the coupons, you put everything together, and then you're out 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. And then you're going from house to house, sending out those newspapers, and that's it. It was one of the worst paying jobs that I ever had, but hey, it got me motivated. I think I was only getting like $50 like every couple of months. I think for like 3 to 6 months I was getting $50, which as a kid it's something, but in reality in today's day and age, that ain't nothing. $50, you're lucky that if that can even pay a bill. Um, but it really introduced me to the workforce, introduced me to wanting to be hungrier, to make more money, to be able to afford more things in life. Because when you growing up, your parents always tell you, well, in my home, I was always taught, oh, you don't own nothing here, you don't pay no bills, you don't provide to, you don't add anything to this house, then you don't own anything. So I was always feeling like, man, like I'm always being told that I don't have anything. So as I got older, I always wanted something. Especially I wanted to accomplish everything that I could on my own to prove people wrong. That hey, okay, I didn't have it then, but now I have it. So it really taught me a lot. And when I hit 17, I was really good in school. I always had good grades, and it was something that I really loved. I love school. I love getting educated. I love learning. I love to teach others. I'm a people person. I love to talk to people. So it was really good for me. But I was also a very shy person in the sense that I didn't like doing presentations in front of the room. I was scared about a lot of different things. It's life. But for me, it took me out my comfort zone a little bit when I turned 17. I started working at my first real job, which was McDonald's. At 17, I went to McDonald's. By the time I was about pretty much 18, a couple of days before 18, I was actually promoted to to overnight shift manager at my McDonald's, where it was really running really successful. The owner would come out and really show me some love, how the store was doing. The team that was with me, they were committed to me. They loved me. They worked for me, but also I worked for them too. It wasn't a one-way streak. I wasn't there telling them what to do all the time, but they know that with me, we could definitely have a good time, but we definitely got to get our work done and make things happen. But like I said, I went up the ranks real fast in McDonald's. I was there for about 2 to 3 years. And, but I wanted more from life. I knew that McDonald's wasn't for me. I knew people that were working at McDonald's for over 30 years, still making $11 an hour when I was already making 10. And I was like, man, McDonald's is not for me. But which also led me to always getting more jobs, higher paying jobs, because I was the type that had a 3-year plan. If in 3 years, my job was not giving me anything that I wanted, as in a raise, a good raise, or a higher position, then it's time for me to go, because there's no growth in this company. So it led me to different places. I've worked at Walmart, I've worked at Target, I've worked at CNS. For those who know what that is, that's basically food in a big freezer in Westfield, Mass. I've worked at the packaging center. I worked for different things in my life, and I worked as a PCA. Not like just last year I was doing that. I worked with first-time parents, which I did that last year as well. And these are things that really taught me about life. They taught me about my mindset. They taught me about what I really wanted to accomplish in life. So fast forward to my 2 jobs. So I was working one job as a PCA. I was there for about 3 years. I loved it. It was easy money. Easy money is great. But as you know, with easy money, the money goes fast too. But also there's not a lot of big opportunities and the pay isn't great. So one thing I had to do was I had to figure out a way to make more money. Because my ultimate goal has always been to own my own financial company. I wanted to create my own empire, as I always said, as a father of 2. By the age of 22, 23, I wanted to make sure my kids were set. So I bought my first home at the age of 23. That was a great accomplishment. I was always having a good paying job. I always had my car. I was always responsible, so it felt good. But what happened was, within the past, I think it was about 5 years ago, I was in a relationship, and the relationship wasn't too good. It really impacted my life, because it was something that in that relationship I went through things that I never thought I would go through, but also things that I never wanted to go through, and I went through them. And it's like I say, sometimes we don't want to go through things, but it's not up to us. If sometimes we put ourselves in that position to go through those bad things, but sometimes it's God telling you it's time for you to grow, it's time for you to learn, so you can be a better person. And I think that's what that relationship did for me. So after that relationship, me and that person broke up, and in the process, obviously my daughter had to go with her mother. So that was really hard for me as a father who loves his kids, not being able to be with his child or continue to raise her or be a blessing to her. It was really hard. So for me, I had to make a change. So I ended up getting into a lot of debt. She took everything. She took all the money. She took everything that I had, things in the house. She left me with bad credit, because everything was in my name, and she didn't want to help pay with anything either when she was there, so it was really tough. So and then fast forward to me actually getting a better job, but also learning how to manage my finances and my credit. And that's where I was like, okay, I became a realtor in 2014. So it was around that time where I was still in the relationship. I was still learning, still growing, trying to make more money for my family. Basically, I just had a lot of debt. So when I basically got my second job, I had to get a second job because I was actually living check to check. When I actually started doing the math, I was paying $300 to a credit card that had a $15,000 that I used up. I racked up $15,000 on that credit card. And on that credit card, I was like, man, I was paying almost $300 just for a fee. And when I was doing the math, you could say most of it was in interest and the rest of it was going towards principal, but it wasn't even making a mark. So I told myself, you know what, you have to get another job. That way you can actually go ahead and start eliminating this debt, right? So that's what I did. I went out, I got another job, was working 80 hours a week, grinding really hard, didn't get a lot of sleep because one job was overnight and the other job was in the morning. So I was getting out of one job to go to the other. Sometimes barely never getting any sleep. Sometimes, just life happens, and it was hard. Um, but then I came across an opportunity. I told myself, you know what, there's got to be more to life. I got to take a chance on myself. And one thing I've learned from a couple people in my life is that you got to take a chance on yourself. Because if you don't take a chance on yourself, you're never going to know, but also you're never going to grow. Because when you get comfortable at a job, at the end of the day, you're just a number. Your job could fire you any day for any stupid little thing. And that's just being real with people. So when I was working there, I was able to actually pay off my $15,000 credit card debt within 9 months. But then I was able to save up an extra $15,000 on the side, to give me some breathing room to actually, say, what, it's time for me to give myself a chance. I have real estate under my belt. I had my business under my belt, my credit, nationwide credit restoration company. So I was like, I got to take a chance on myself and just see what happens. Because you know what? The worst that's going to happen is I'm going to have to go get another job. Right. And a job you could get anywhere. I could get a job at McDonald's if I wanted to. I could go work at Popeyes. I could go work at a gas station, Walmart, Target. It doesn't matter. I can always get a job. But you're never going to know what your true potential is unless you take a chance. So I did that. So my last time clocking into a job or corporate America job was actually back in March of 2019. And, so it's almost been a year now, and it's been a blessing. I've learned a lot. I grew as a person. But you learn that you can't be a business owner or CEO and chase money. When you become your own boss, it's all about helping other people, helping them grow. When you become a servant to others, the money comes. And that's just the true facts. Because money is easy to get if you work for a job, because that's guaranteed money. Until you lose that job, then you have nothing. But one thing I also learned is that you always got to have a side hustle, or you got to have something that you do on the side where it's basically your business, because now you're not going to be having to work 2 to 3 jobs just to maintain. Now, if you have a craft or something that you're good at on the side, you can actually use that to basically build your empire. And that's the main thing. You got to build your empire. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket, as I say. The rich millionaires always have multiple streams of income. So you want to have at least 7. But hey, if you as long as you have more than one, you're where you want to be. But definitely try to learn to get more, because there's a lot of money to be made out here in a lot of different ways. But you got to provide the services to do that. So once I was able to leave my job in March, I've been working my businesses full time. I've been able to help a lot of people not only fix their credit, but also get them into homes, get them, lower interest rates on credit cards, on car loans, student loans. So things like that. And, it's very impactful that I've been able to do that. And it's very glorifying in the sense that I'm able to help people do that, because I've always wanted to do that. I did it for myself, and now I'm able to help other people do the same and accomplish that. And there's no bigger blessing than that. So fast forward to today, I'm actually one of the top producing agents in my company in the East Coast. And as a Latino, it's really motivating, but also just shows that doesn't matter where your background is, what you're going through, where you come from, that you can make a difference. It's all about what you really want to do. You can either stay stuck and blame the world, or you can actually just take action and make something happen. And that's what I chose to do. So basically how I started my own company this year, 2019, Martinez Empire Solutions. As you saw, the capture picture of this video is actually my logo, with my saying, and it's true. You want to build the legacy, you want to build your empire, but that's what I help people do. So that's why I say you build with us, meaning that you're going to build with me and my family, because everybody who comes into my businesses are my family. I actually generally contact them. I ask them about their life. I want to know about their kids. I want to know what they're going through, because we all go through hard times. A lot of us don't have that support and that love that we need from our families. So sometimes strangers will actually care more for you than your own family. And that's what I had to learn the hard way, is that sometimes strangers become family rather than your own family becomes more like strangers. And that's something that I've been able to help other people with. But also I've been having my own mentors that have been able to help me grow as a person. Always have that business mindset, always wanted more in life. And honestly, now I'm building a financial empire. So within my own company, I'm in the financial industry. We do taxes. I do real estate. And also, we have our nationwide credit restoration company. So, like I said, we're a financial industry, and all I want to do is just impact people's lives. That's the main thing. That's the main purpose of this video, is to really impact people. Because if you if you're just living life, walking through every day, then you're just every one thing is guaranteed is that you're gonna die, right? So, everybody knows that you're gonna die, but not everybody gets to live in the sense that you get to live the life that you want to live, meaning you get to travel like you want to, you get to purchase the cars, the houses that you want to, the financial freedom, the time freedom. For me, what really helped me, even made me hungrier, was the fact that I wanted to spend more time with my kids. Me growing up, like I said, my dad wasn't really there. My mom wasn't really there because she was always working. My stepdad was always working, doing his thing too. So there was nobody to really lift me up, nobody to really support me when I did sports, when I got good grades, So it wasn't really appreciated as I thought it would have been. So that's one thing I wanted to create, was a difference. And I know that for my kids, they have me 24/7. They can always come to me with anything that they want to talk about. I'm here as a father to support them and help them, and basically help them understand about life. But I also want to teach them about God, because without God, nothing would be possible for me. Um, if it wasn't my interaction with God and just knowing Him, understanding Him, studying Him and the Bible and Jesus, who knows where I would be right now. And without that, I know that I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So I always give glory to God, and obviously to Jesus, because without Him, none of this would be possible. But that's something I also educate my kids on, because it's very important for everybody to understand that we all are born for a purpose and we are born with a purpose. You just have to figure out what that purpose is. Um, and for me, it's just to help people financially. When it comes to credit, when it comes to buying real estate, when it comes to taxes, that is my niche. I love helping people when it comes to the most important things in their life, which is finances, because that is the number one killer in America, is finances. A lot of people stress over finances. It's just the main killer. Your job kills you. Your job stresses you out. But why? For me, I always felt like your job should be an option. It shouldn't be obligated. You shouldn't have to have a job to survive. And that's why, like I said, I work hard. I work two jobs to make sure I could eliminate both, so I can focus on myself, focus on my dream, focus on my empire, and grow it from there. Um, so that's pretty much a little bit about me. I hope that whoever watches this video is somewhat impacted, or somewhat can relate to my story. I don't come from a rich background. I don't come from a background where everybody went to college, or that we had so much money, we had the best cars, or we had the best houses. We didn't have none of that. We was always renting. My parents always had whatever car they had, and but I was always considered in the middle class section. So as a middle class, we all know that that's also a broken class, because middle class just means that you're barely living, and that's not where I wanted to be. That's not what I wanted to leave my kids. I built this empire so generationally I could change my kids' lives, but also the lives of my grandchildren, my future grandchildren, and their generations to come. Because nobody else is gonna do it for them, only me. And I decided to make that choice. So I'd rather fail my way forward to make sure that my kids benefit from everything that I do, because that's who I do it for. It's not about me. I'm not a selfish person. I do everything for my family. I want to be able to retire my mother, help my father, retire my girl. I also want to travel a lot more, spend more time with my kids, be able to provide them with anything that they need at any given moment in time. I never want to tell my kids, no, we can't afford this, or no, we can't do this because there's no money. Like I don't like that feeling. I've been there before, and I don't want my kids to have to go through that. So that's why for me it's big and it's major that this is impactful for some. So I want to thank you guys for taking the time to actually watch my video. God bless y'all. Love y'all. I hope you guys are having a safe, Wednesday, and enjoy your day. Don't let your job stress you out. Don't let your finances stress you out. Just know that there's always opportunities out there for you to grow and make more money. You just have to find them. If you're looking for some, I can provide two for you, or maybe three. I'm also developing a real estate team. I'm developing a tax team, and I'm also developing a team with my credit restoration company that is nationwide, all 50 U.S. states, including Puerto Rico and Bahamas. So like I said, if you're looking for an opportunity, I can help you with that. If you're looking for a mentor, I can help you with that. If you're looking for somebody who's gone through the struggles and has seen the light, definitely reach out to me. Feel free. God bless you guys. Love y'all. Have a good one.